Well, good morning and welcome to this morning's reflection. Let us just be quiet for a moment. As we come to the presence of the One who loves us entirely. We begin this morning by reading from 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 19 to 23. So though I am not a slave of any man, I have made myself the slave of everyone, so as to win as many as I could. I made myself a Jew to the Jews, to win the Jews. That is, I, who am not a subject of the law myself, a subject of the law to those who are the subjects of the law, to win those who are subject to the law. To those who have no law, I was free of the law myself, though not free from God's law, being under the law of Christ, to win those who have no law. For the weak I made myself weak. I made myself all things to all men, in order to save some at any cost. And I still do this for the sake of the gospel, to have a share in its blessings. Side by side. This phrase aptly describes Paul's way of sharing God's love. He becomes, as he said, all things to all people. This saying is often negated by the seemingly impossible demands it makes. It causes people to react with, well, one can't be all things to all people. And so this frequently results in a rationalization for not being anything to anyone. Paul is not suggesting that we do all things for all people. We are never to assume the responsibility either of others or for others. Rather, he is speaking of his own inner attitude of adapting himself to the situation of others. This attitude flows from Paul's deep conviction that Christ reveals himself to each person within each one's own particular circumstances. Christ had grasped Paul so profoundly in his own life that he was able to become confident and free enough to let go of the rigidities of the religious law of the Jews. No longer did the laws bind or control him. Within the love of Christ, he discovered their deeper meaning. The original intent of the law was that it was meant to serve the people, and it had become an absolute value unto itself. For Paul, the absolute value within the law would always be the love of Christ. The ultimate worth of any value, personal, national, or legal, is determined and judged by how well it serves and effects the law of love. Being free within the law, Paul became a servant of love. He was able to communicate to those still bound by legalism, as well as those who had rejected any law at all. His own freedom allowed him to move with ease and to accommodate the message to whomever he was addressing. This side-by-side ministry serves as an example for our own ministry of love. What was required of Paul is required of us. Like Paul, we are to open ourselves to receive. We are to receive the love of God and to receive within that love all others. So let us quiet ourselves for the moment and relax into the presence of God. And we ask for the grace of radical openness before God. See Jesus before you. See Jesus looking at you. Allow him to look at you lovingly, humbly, filled with compassion. Realize that Jesus, in becoming human, became a servant of love. And so open yourself to receive his attention and his care. And so I pray that as we go through the day today, we might be able to be present to people where they are and simply love them, not trying to change their perception or what they see as important, but simply walking beside them. May we do this today. Amen.